Om Sahana Bhavatu, Sahano Bhunaktu, Sahaviryam Garavavai, Tejasvinavadetamastu, Ma Vidvishavai, Om Shanti Shanti Shanti, Shruti Smriti Purananam, Alayam Karunalayam, Namami Bhagavat Pada, Shankaram Loka Shankaram, Shankaram Shankaracharyam, Keshavam Badarayanam, Sutra Bhashya Kritau Vande, Bhagavantau Punah Punah. The quotable quote is in Vedanta is the most important is nothing qualifies the truth. Truth as it is alone exists. As it is in ignorance, so it is in knowledge also. Therefore, one may ask a question, then what is the use of understanding it? I say understanding leads to non-understanding. Man suffers due to non-understanding. That non-understanding is eliminated by right understanding. Misunderstanding is gone by right understanding. And that is a big gain, and therefore the truth will be there as it is without misunderstanding the truth. And when man misunderstands, he suffers. And therefore, when he rightly understands, he is not suffering. He is liberated. Jiva is liberated. Jivatvam itself is due to lack of understanding, and due to misunderstanding. And that misunderstanding is Jivatvam is a part of misunderstanding. It is nothing but misunderstanding. That I am the body is a misunderstanding, because there is a like light and darkness. Light cannot be the light cannot qualify darkness. Darkness cannot qualify light. Similarly, Atma cannot qualify Anatma. Anatma cannot qualify Atma. They are determined that they are two different things. They are like light and darkness. And that is what is said here. Vranasnaivor abhavena. Vrana means a big wound. Is called vrana. Snayu means sinews, nerves. Abhavena, because there is absence of sinews. Atma doesn't have sinews. Atma doesn't have nerves. Atma doesn't have to go to a doctor to show how are his nerves and all that. How is the Pranam? He doesn't have to go to a doctor. The Atma doesn't have to go to a doctor. And therefore, the doctor also is Atma Rupam, Atma Swarupam. And therefore, Vranasnayo Abhavevana, Sthulam Sthulam Deham Nivarayat. The physical body is not there because Atma doesn't have the wounds and nerves, and therefore Sthula Deha is to be negated. Negated means understanding that Sthula Deha it doesn't qualify the bird, qualify the self. That is what is called Nivarayat. The Vidhi Vachakam means the Vidhi should be understood that it should be understood that Atma is free from the physicality. The Atma is free from the physicality. Similarly, Shuddha apapataya lepam. The Atma is being absolutely purity, and it is anointed with sinlessness. Anointed with sinlessness. It is not anointed. Anointed means don't take anointed with sinlessness. It is its nature to be like the fire is anointed with heat. We say the sun is anointed with luminosity, and the body is anointed with change. It means the same thing. Change is its nature. The body changes, and that is its nature. The sun is luminous, that is its nature. The fire is hot, its nature. Similarly, purity is the nature of the self. And similarly, it is anointed with sinlessness. To be sinless, it is actionless and therefore sinless also. You have to perform an action in order to accumulate sins and merits. When you are actionless, Atma is actionless, and therefore It has no sins and it has no merits. It is free from sins and merits. And then if it is free from merits and sins, then why does man go through sufferings and all that? I say non-understanding. He thinks that the action, the non-active Atma is active. He thinks that is a misunderstanding. The activity is different from the inactivity, non-activity. Non-activity is different from activity. Actionlessness is different from action. Actionlessness is like the space is free from any movement, because movement takes place in the something else. The air moves, the fire moves. Anything that is located in space, it moves. But the space itself doesn't move. In the same manner, Atma, anything that is located in the self moves, but the self itself doesn't move. And therefore, the self is something that is action free. And therefore, it should be understood. The second line is Shuddha apapata vihinam. Apapata lepam. Lepam means it is something that is lingam cha akayam ityuchyate. Lingam cha, lingam does not mean some lingam means it's not a reproductive organ. Lingam means like Duma is a lingam for inferring the fire, smoke in it. Smoke is the lingam. Smoke is the lingam for the inferring the fire. Smoke is the lingam. Therefore, linga is misinterpreted by some people as, as the reproductive organ of Shiva. That is wrong. Shiva linga means it is a linga for the Shiva. Shiva is round. Shiva is full and complete. Roundness is a completeness. Roundness means completeness. This is also called round. This Chinmudra is a roundness. Roundness means fullness. It doesn't. It has no length. It is free from length. It is free from length and it is free from time also. And therefore, roundness. The Shivalinga is round, and therefore it is called Shivalinga. It is Shiva is fullness. Shiva means fullness. Prapancha Shamam Shamam Shantam Shivam Advaitam Chaturtham Manyante Sa Atma Savigneya. It is said that Atma is indeed Shivalinga does not mean Linga does not mean any reproductive organ. It is not Shiva's reproductive organ. Shiva is not a Shariri. Shiva is Nirvisesham. How can he have the physicality? He is free from the physicality. He is also free from the Linga Shariram also. Lingam means Shariram. When a person is Linga Sharira means that a person is alive is only due to Linga Sharira. Linga Sharira is there, thoughts are there, faculties are there, all faculties. When a person is speaking, that means Linga Shariram is there. When a person thinks, Linga Sharira is there, the person is feeling the pulse. He is able to, his pulse is active, and therefore he is alive, and therefore he is breathing, and therefore he is alive. And therefore that is what is called Linga Shariram. Pranamaya Kosha, Manomaya Kosha, Vijnanamaya Kosha, Anandamaya Kosha, this is called the Linga Shariram. Pranamaya Kosha, Manomaya Kosha, Vijnanamaya Kosha, Anandamaya Kosha is the Linga Shariram. Any faculty that is there in the Atma doesn't due to the faculties, any kala, any faculty is considered to be Linga Shariram. Lingam does not mean what is inferred. Lingate anena iti lingam. Lingyate means it is inferred. What is inferred is what is called through which you infer something. Like a smoke, through the smoke you infer the fire. In the same manner, that becomes the smoke becomes the lingam. In the same manner, the roundness means the fullness. Shivalinga happens to be round and therefore it is fullness. Shivalinga, it is a linga, it is inferred to be the nature of, it is a linga through which we infer the nature of Shiva, and it is a fullness, and therefore it is lingate. Lingam does not mean reproductive organ. It means only a clue to the fullness. A clue to the fullness is what is called. And therefore, Linga Shariram is not, he is free from the physicality, he is also free from, he is not qualified by the faculties. Breath is also is free, aprana, amanaha, shubra. He is free from the prana. He is independent of prana. If he is not qualified by the body, he is independent of the body. If he is not qualified by the breath, he is independent of the breath. He is not independent. If he is independent, if he is not qualified by the thought, he is independent of the thought also. Consciousness exists independent of the thought. Consciousness exists independent of the body. The body cannot survive without the breath, but the Atma can survive without the breath also. Like in Sushupti, you transcend the breath. You are not aware of the breath, and that means you are free from the breath only. You don't remember the breath. You don't feel the breath, and that means you are free from the breath. You are independent of the breath, and the Atma is independent of the body, independent of the breath, independent of the thought also. And lingam does not mean a reproductive organ. Lingam means a clue to fullness. And therefore, they say ultimately they imagine things. They imagine things. They imagine that male productive organ is the linga, and it goes into the prakriti and all that nonsense. Linga means simple meaning. Linga means lingete anenayati lingam. Lingete, what is inferred through something. The Shivalinga is round, and therefore that is a linga. Anything that is round is fullness. That means it is not a length, it is a round. If this is a length, but once you say like this, then it becomes a fullness. It is fullness. It is fullness. Chinmudra. Chinmudraya Anandamurti. Chinmudra is the one in which everybody does the tapasya. You do mantras, you do mantra japa, also by this Chinmudra only. Chinmudra means, Chinmudra means it is a mudra talking about the swarupa of the chit. The chit is fullness, Chinmudra. Chinmudra. It is a mudra. Mudra means it is a gesture talking about the chit, the swarupa, the nature of the chit. It's called Chinmudra. Chit plus mudra, Chinmudra. Chit plus mudra is called Chinmudra. And therefore, the chit is the nature of the chit is that it is infinite, it is fullness, and therefore, it is the same in every jiva. It is the same in every jiva, and therefore, lingam does not mean a reproductive organ. Lingam means it's a clue to fullness of the. Just as Chinmudra is, it shows the fullness of the chit. In the same manner, lingam means it is inferred. Lingam is always in inference. Shivalinga is inferred. Shivalinga helps you to infer the fullness of Shiva. And therefore, lingam does not mean reproductive organ. Shuddha apapataya lepam. Lepam means it just said, it is not anointed. Anointed means it is its nature. It's its nature. We can also say the the fire is anointed with heat. But heat is the nature of the fire. We don't have to say the luminosity is the nature of the sun is anointed with light. When we say, it means only the luminosity is the nature of the sun. In the same manner, the body is changes. Body is anointed with change. Anointed with change means that is its nature. We have to differentiate between what is anointed is outside it is an alien. But Swarupam is not alien. Swarupam is its own nature. Just as Atma is changeless, and the body is changes. Just as the body changes, Atma is changeless. And therefore, changelessness, it is the purity is, if it is actionlessness, it is pure. And it is Shuddha Apapa Lepam, Apapa Lepam, Apapa Taya Lepam. Apapatya means sinlessness. It is a lepam. It is lepam means it is something that is anointed with sinlessness. Means it is sinless. By nature it is sinless. By nature it is pure. Lingam cha akayam ityuchyate. Ityuchyate means it is considered to be free from. It is not qualified by the linga shariram. It is not qualified by the physical body. The physical body is not qualified because there is no vrana. The vrana is there only in the body. There is no vrana in the consciousness. There is no vrana. There are no sinews in the atma. The sinews are there only in the body. The physical body is different from the sinews. Don't qualify the atma. The vrana doesn't qualify the atma. Therefore, the physical body doesn't qualify the atma. It is free from the physical body. Vasudeva yatha ashwatham. Vasudeva, Vasaschaso, Devascha. Vasudeva means a conscious being. He is all pervasive, he is present everywhere. He is all our present conscious being. He is infinite conscious being. He is called Vasudeva. Vasudeva Kutumbakam means it's not Vasudeva Kutumbakam. It is Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. Vasudha means the whole earth is one family. The whole earth is one family. It is not Vasudeva Kutumbakam. Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. Vasudha plus Eva, Vasudhaiva. Vasudhaiva. Vasudeva, first da. Vasudeva is different from Vasudhaiva. Vasudhaiva means, Vasudha means the earth, the whole earth is one family. The whole earth is one family. That is a Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. Many people say Vasudeva Kutumbakam. It is not Vasudeva Kutumbakam. Vasudeva Kutumbakam, that becomes a Hindu thing. Vasudha is not Hindu thing. Vasudha means the whole earth is one family. Then you are talking about the whole thing. The whole earth is one family. That's secularism. The whole earth is one family. It is not Vasudeva Kutumbakam. It is Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. Vasudeva yatha ashwatham. The ashwatha tree is Vasudeva. Here it is Vasudeva, not Vasudhaiva. Vasudeva. Vasudeva means a conscious fullness. Conscious fullness, the infinite conscious being. The unlimited conscious being is called Vasudeva. Vasaschaso Devascha. He is the accommodation. He accommodates the whole universe. He is the point. He is the source of the universe, support of the universe, and the resolving point of the universe. And therefore, resolving point means in which in Atma only it becomes unmanifest. The Prapancha becomes unmanifest. It remains unseen only in the Atma. It is there only in the Atma. Therefore, just as in the Ashwatha, Vasudeva is there in the Ashwatha tree. In the Ashwatha, as a tree it is there. As a tree it is there. Not in the tree, but as a tree it is there. And the tree also is a jiva. Vriksha also is a jiva. Some jivas are born as trees and plants. They are all jivas only. Some jivas are born as animals and insects. Some jivas are humans. Some jivas are gods. But all jivas are only nothing but they are born of misconception of the truth. It is the infinite awareness that looks like a jiva. Ashwatha Swadeha. And what is present in the Swadeha, in one's own body, is also the same consciousness. In Ashwatha tree also is in the same. It is not in Ashwatha tree, but as Ashwatha tree. It is not present in it, it is present as it. It is not present in it, it is present as it. It is not present as in the jiva, it is present as the jiva. It is not, the water is in the wave, no? The water is, even if you say it is in the wave, it means it is adhishtanam of the wave. But as the wave, it thinks that I am the wave. The water thinks that I am the wave. And the water again is taught that you are not wave, you are only water. And the water re-understands itself. Then it becomes liberated. Vasudeva atha ashwathe swadehe cha abravit samam. And it is the samam means the same consciousness is there in Ashwatha tree and as oneself, as Ashwatha tree and as oneself. He is indeed the person. He is both Ashwatha tree. He is as the Ashwatha tree, and he is as the Jiva. He is as himself. Abravit means braviti. It is, we don't have to say abravit means past tense. Abravit means past tense. It is lang lakara, but it is not lang lakara. It is lat lakara. Present tense. It should be taken into present tense. Braviti means he says that what is present what is present as the tree and what is present as me are one and the same. And therefore the tree is, I am not different, I am not something bigger than the tree. I am not bigger than the tree. Pashwadya samascha. Man, even though he is Pashwadi Vishya Visheshat, that is, he is not, man is not different from the Pashu, Pakshi, etc. Pashu also looks for fullness, and Pakshi also looks for fullness. In the same manner, human beings also look for fullness. Even though he is considered to be with choice and all that, with all the choice that he has, he is only searching for, when it comes to pravrutti nivrutti, it is only fullness. There is no difference between Ashwatha tree and himself. In this manner, the one who says that and the one who thinks like that, Tadveti, and the one who understands that, the one who not only says but he understands, Ya Atman, the one who understands the Atma, the self, Samam, the same, Sa Brahmavittamaha, he is the best of the knowers of Brahman. He is the what is there in the tree, what is there as the tree, and what is there as me are one and the same. There is no difference between the tree and the man also. The tree also wants to be full. The tree doesn't want to be, the tree doesn't want to be limited. The tree, wherever the sun is there, it goes into the sun. That means what? If there is a creeper, it grows and grows up and becomes illumined by the sun. It takes the sunlight. It takes it is interested. It is not interested in survival only. It is interested in fullness. Because if it is interested in only survival, and anybody who has got enough to survive, he should be happy. He should be full. But he is not interested in survival only. He is interested in fullness. And therefore, the one who thinks, the one who says that the Ashwatha tree and me are one and the same, and the one who says and the one who understands it also. The one who says and the one who understands it. He is Samamsa Brahmavittamaha. He is, and it is the same. And therefore he is Brahmavittamaha. He is the best among the knowers of Brahman. He says, yeah, Brahmavittamaha. Yata Hyanya Sharireshu Mama Ahanta na cha ishyate. Me and mine are not there in the other's bodies. When I identify with this body, then I say I am me. I am me the Jiva which is born. When aham becomes aham becomes I am the body. Mama means it is mine. What is owned? The ownership also involves a sense of division, and the membership that I am the body also involves a sense of division. Sense of division and sense of reality. The body is real, and the ahankara, what is objectified is also real. But what is objectified is not real. It is a mithya. But he thinks that he is real. It is real. Just as this aham and mama that I have about myself I am the body, this is mine, etc., are not there with other people. They don't have, they are not there. I don't have identification with other bodies. Others also don't have identification with my body also. Therefore, yata anya sharireshu mama ahamta nacha. Mama and ahamta. Mama means mindness and aham. I mean ahamta means I am this body. There is it is only felt that I am this body. It's not felt that I am others' bodies. And in the same manner, asmin chapi tatha dehe. Asmin, in this body also, the others don't have identification with my body also. And my ahamta, my ego is different from my ahankara is different from my mamatvam. My ahanta is different from my aham is different from others aham. My mamatvam is different from others mamatvam. And therefore, this aham and mama are felt, they are only pratyayas. Aham is a pratyaya, mama is a pratyaya. And therefore, every intellect is, there is no difference between, it is said, the sakshitva avisheshata. The sakshitva avisheshata means my intellect is witnessed by the truth, and their intellect also is witnessed by the truth. Their ahankara is witnessed by the truth. Their mamakara is also witnessed by the truth. My ahankara is witnessed by the truth, and my mamakara is also witnessed by the truth. And in this manner, when we have to say, that means there is this Shastra does the Kalpana, there is Sakshi, Sakshya Bhava, the sense of division. Sakshitvam is only a Kalpitam place. Sakshi means Sakshadikshate. Self-evident is what is called Sakshi. What is self-evident? He sees itself means what illumines is only the Atma. Even the sun is illumined by the Atma. I see the sun, but the sun can't see me. I can think of the sun, but the sun can't think of me. Even though it is luminous, it is light, but yet it cannot. And therefore, the sakshitvam is only Shastra Kalpitam. It is a part of teaching. But ultimately, sakshitvam means Adhyaropadrishti. Even though there is a Saksha Bhava, Sakshi is there and Saksham is there. In relation to Saksham, it is called Sakshi. In relation to the Jnatam, it's called Jnayam, it is called Jnata. In relation to the Prameyam, it is called Pramata. In relation to Drishyam, it is called Drashta. Otherwise, by nature, it is absolute. There is no second thing. There is nothing parallel to it. There is no relationship with anything. That is the absoluteness. Absoluteness is different from in relation to something. In relation to Saksham, it is Sakshi. But that's Adhyarava Drishtya. But Apavada Drishtya is, Swarupa Drishtya is, it is that it is Apavada, it is not even Sakshi. It is not even Sakshi. Saksham is inseparable from the Sakshi. If Saksham is inseparable from the Sakshi, then Sakshi Sakshya Bhava is gone. Sakshi Sakshya Bhava is gone. If Saksham is inseparable from the Sakshi Sakshya Bhava is gone. In the same manner as the Karanam, when it is understood, the Karya Karana Bhava is gone. When the Karanam is understood, Karya Karana Bhava is gone. In the same manner, in relation to the universe, it is called the cause. It is called the source. But when the source is understood, when the universe is understood, it's no longer the cause. It's no longer the Karanam. The universe is no longer the Karyam. In this Asmin Chapi Tata Dehe, this Sakshitva Avisheshata. Sakshitva Bhava, Sakshatva Bhava, Saksha Bhava, Saksham. Sakshi is in relation to Saksham. And therefore, minus the Saksham, there is no Sakshitvam. Minus the parallelness, there is no word. Eto vacho nivartante aprape manasasa. You can't use a word, or you can use the words to convey the truth. You can't use, that is why it's called Shabda Pramanam. Vedanta is Shabda Pramanam. Shabda Pramanam means it is a means by which you convey the truth. Otherwise, the truth is by nature, Swarupa, the Swarupataha, it is not something that can be that has the Jati Guna Kriya Sambandha, and therefore you can't use any words. Yato vacho nivartante aprapmansasaha. That applies. The next verse is uh, Rupa Sanskara Tulya Adhi, Tulya Adhihi, Tulya Adhihi. Tulya Adhihi means Adhisthana. Adhihi means Adhisthana. Rupa means that which is, Rupa means the form. Sanskara means the impressions. The Rupa and the form, the Sanskara and the impressions. Sanskara, Sanskara, Tulyadehi. It is common with the Raga Dvesha Bhayam Chatet. Raga likes and dislikes, Bhayam the fear. The emotions and the thoughts have the same locus. Adhi means the locus. The Atma is the locus of forms. The Atma is the locus of the sanskaras. Atma is the locus of the ragadveshas, and Atma is the locus of the fear, etc., the emotions. And all of them, grihyate, they're all seen, they're all objectifiable. Thoughts are objectifiable, emotions are objectifiable, the fear is objectifiable, ragadvesh likes and dislikes are objectifiable, and the rupa is all forms are objectifiable, all sanskaras are objectifiable. And therefore here it is said, grihyate, the धी गृह्यते Dhishrayam. Dhishrayam means they are all present, objective, they are all present in the Dhi. Dhi means intellect. They are all present in the form of the Pratyaya Rupas. They are all present in the form of the Pratyayas. Dhishrayam. Tasmad Jnata Shuddhaha Abhayaha. Therefore, Jnata, the Atma is Shuddhaha, and he is Sada. Abhayaha, he is free from the fear. Because they are all objectified. The thoughts are objectified, and therefore the objectified thought doesn't qualify the objectifiedness free. The Atma is it cannot be objectified. Therefore, the objectified thoughts do not qualify the Atma. The objectified emotions do not qualify the Atma. And therefore, the objectified Atma doesn't qualify. Is not the objectified emotions don't qualify the Atma. Why? Because the Atma cannot be objectified. The objectified thoughts do not qualify. The objectified bodies don't qualify. Anything that can be objectified cannot qualify the objectified free, objectifiedness free, unobjectifiable Atma. The objectifiable anything that can be objectified cannot qualify, is not a part of the unobject. Just as the light cannot qualify the darkness does not qualify the light. In the same manner here also, the objectified cannot qualify the unobjectifiable, and the unobjectifiable cannot qualify the objectifiable. The objectifiedness is different from the unobjectifiedness. And therefore, here it is said, and therefore Atma is Shuddha, it is pure. It is because all impurity is in the thinking, and that when the thought doesn't qualify the body Atma, and that thought doesn't qualify the Atma, he thinks wrongly, and that wrong thinking is called misconception. That wrong thinking is what is called impurity. When a person dislikes God, that is called impurity. Impurity is in the form of thinking, please. Ravana was impure, that is because his thinking was wrong. His thinking was bad. And therefore, Ravana's nature, Rama's nature are one and the same. That is why Ravana is consciousness is the same as Rama the consciousness. But Ravana's thinking is different from Rama's thinking. And therefore we have to change the thinking, please. And therefore unqualified by the thoughts and emotions. Atma is ever pure, and it is ever free from the fear. There is no fear. Emotions also are are objectifiable. Emotions cannot qualify the Atma. When emotions cannot qualify the Atma, emotions also cannot qualify the Atma. Atma is free from the fear. Fear is an emotion. Emotion can qualify, object can be objectified. The objectifiable emotion do not qualify the the Atma. And therefore Atma is free from the fear of extinction, from the fear of disappearance, etc. You can have the fear of death means fear of disappearance. Fear of disappearance is what is fear of pain. Fear of disappearance is what is called. Even though you say I have the fear of pain, I don't have the fear of disappearance. Even though you may say, but fear of pain. When a person is having the pain, he doesn't mind taking the pain. But when it comes to death, he is afraid of disappearance, and therefore the Atma doesn't disappear. Atma is always there, and therefore Atma has no fear of pain also. Pain cannot qualify the Atma, and therefore there is no pain, there is no fear of pain, there is no fear of disappearance for the Atma, and therefore Atma is Sada Abhaya. It is ever free from the fear of pain, from the fear of disappearance, etc. Shuddha Abhaya Sada. It is ever pure. It is ever fearless. Sada, ever. And the more of it we will see in the next class. Thank you, Jay. Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Thank you, Jay. Yes, yes. And we will continue the classes till 29th of this month. We will come here, and then we'll have a break of 1 month and a half, 1 month and 20 days, and we will again from my house. I will online classes you can hear in summer from June 20th onwards, but till it will continue from online classes will continue. On July 5th will be Guru Purnima, and we will on that day we will come back here. On that day we will come back here. On that particular day, on Guru Purnima day, we can think of all the teachers. We can think of we can do the Guru Puja, Guru Stotram, etc. We can recite, and then afterwards we will continue the online classes. Online classes will continue, but right now, till the end of April, we will continue the classes. We will continue the class. Thank you very much. Hari Om Ji.